Years ago, we lived through some of the most intense paranormal activity imaginable. That led us to research haunted locations, supernatural beings. What's on the wall over there? And all different types of paranormal activity. What we discovered, the South Coast is wickedly haunted. Hi everyone, welcome to Wickedly Haunted. It's Friday night. We're excited to be here. I'm Todd.
I'm Marissa.
And we have a fantastic show for you tonight. We're going to be showing you a paranormal event that occurred that's actually been occurring for a few months now till we rectified the situation. That if you would have told me a year ago that this was possible, I would have laughed in your face. Of course, we don't know everything about the paranormal. Nobody does. And we're learning as we go along, and that's what the research is all about, which is one of the things we're dedicated to. But this was something that I could have never, ever imagined ever happening. Right, Marissa? I mean, it took us a while to figure out what was going on. We were hearing strange things, and we were seeing strange things on the video. And sometimes it just takes going through a couple hundred hours of video from investigations to figure it out. And it literally took, 3-4 investigations to figure it out. And, you got to remember that each investigation we do, we're talking 6-7 cameras, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 14 hours per camera of video. I mean, it takes a long time to go through it. And the house case that we're showing you this evening is one that we showed part of on this show a couple months ago, but it was only an extremely small portion. We actually made the full investigation video for our YouTube channel, Relatively Paranormal, and it was during the making of this video that Marissa and I were astonished to see what we had actually captured at this house, because we've been so busy with this show and everything else. And, it's just really, really outstanding paranormal evidence, incredible stuff. And it's going to be really exciting. And tonight we're also going to be discussing, from a paranormal investigator standpoint, the difference between famous haunted locations like the Borden house that we did the last couple weeks, and the house cases that we're really dedicated to, that we prefer to do, which is where we go out and help families experiencing odd and paranormal things in their home and helping them figure out what's going on. We help educate them. And if necessary, we help rectify the situation. So before we get into the first video clip, since we're on that subject, let's just mention that if you are experiencing strange phenomena in your home and you would like Relatively Paranormal, which is Marissa and mine's research group, to come out and investigate and help you out, please just go to our website, relativelyparanormal.com, nice and easy. And there is a booking form at the end of that website on the last page, which you can quickly fill out with basic information. And we'll get back to you as soon as possible and get out to your home as soon as possible to help you out. Obviously, if you're a family being terrorized or something with kids, we'll be out there maybe as soon as a day. I mean, we'll get there as soon as we can. The website also has a lot of great content about how we got started, about our life living in 2 haunted houses, great videos, links to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, Relatively Paranormal, and Wickedly Haunted past videos, stuff like that. So let's get into the first video clip from that house investigation. Quick basic information: if you didn't see the other show, we were called out because a woman felt like she had been followed from another location. She felt like she had a demonic attachment. And sure enough, guess what? Demonic attachment. So let's roll that first clip. That's Brandon right there. Okay, that's Brandon. Okay, so
look at that handsome fella.
He's gonna go ahead and put on these headphones. And we're gonna ask questions over here. He's gonna sit over there in the kitchen, right over there, right there, and you're gonna tell him the answers. Do you understand? He's gonna hear your voice.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, good manners. Because I've always wondered if it's like attached to me.
Watch the replay of that incredible tumbling orb.
Or something.
So can you tell Brandon hi? Can you say hi to Brandon?
Who are you?
Remember I said I was Todd, that Sarah and TJ brought me here to speak to you.
You see the light?
Yes, we see the flashlights. Yep.
Demon.
What do you want?
Joshua.
Are you saying that there's a demon in this house?
No, you want.
Tell Brandon the
They're
answer.
yelling.
Great.
Is there a demon in this house? Okay, but can you tell Brandon the answer? Tell him there's a demon here, yes, no?
Get out of here.
Who are you?
Can you tell Sarah your name? Through Brandon though? Can you go tell Brandon the answer?
Temper.
Who has a temper? You?
Are you mad that we're here?
Who's he? Todd.
Kiss.
Another entity, it was probably a
Carl.
entity asked who's he and the other one said Todd.
Why are you here?
Listen, man, Todd. Think.
Do you need help?
Play a little.
Do you need help finding the light again?
There is something. Sleep.
Us.
Who's messing with Sarah in her sleep? Who's holding her down? Can you tell us?
Sleep.
I know sleep, but who's holding her down in her sleep?
Guess.
Yes. I'm gonna guess a demon. Is that correct? The demon holding Sarah down in her sleep? The tall one with the red eyes?
Why did you say cold?
Pray.
You wanna just try to go with a speaker, Marissa?
Likes it.
Only talk one at a time, okay? We can't hear you if you talk over each other, just like when you were alive. If you understand, turn that light on.
Todd, you see this? Can you shoot that?
What is it?
Oh, look.
That
Get it quick, hurry up.
I didn't go that close.
The phone said corner.
It was going off when I put it down. It was doing.
It's a corner?
Yeah, no.
Hold on. If that's you, can you back away from the blue light? Can you back away from that light for a second? Look, the other thing's going off too. Can you back away from this? It's flashing, so something's touching it. Can you back away for a
That's
second?
you guys?
Are you over here in this corner?
This thing's got a little bit.
Turn on the light if something's over here making this thing go off.
A lot of orb just flew right in front of you, too.
Can you shut this off?
Right there in front of his forehead.
Oh, look, it shut it off. I went to. All right, can you make it go off again now? Look, it's making both things go off.
There you go.
Can you make that turn on again now? Make the blue light go back on. All you're gonna do is touch the box on the end over by the green light. All right. Okay. Making this go off though. Both these boxes in my hand, one of them you can touch over here, so you make the red light go on, and one of them is the green light right here. If you touch it over near these arrows, you can make it go off. Can you do that? Go 2,
Yeah, I heard that too.
1,
I didn't know if it was like a car door
0.3,
thing or.
0.5. Can you make it go up higher? If you can make it go up higher, it'll turn red and beep. You gotta make it go up past 0.9. You're at 2, 3, go ahead, make it go up higher. You're at 0.1, 0.2, you gotta make it go past 9, and it'll turn red and beep. It'll let us know that you're really here. You give us a sign of your presence. Go ahead, make it go up higher. All right, I'm gonna turn the box on now, that's fine.
I'm tired.
Oh! Is that my phone? No. Look.
They did that?
Yeah, the 4.8. Look, my phone's right here.
4.8. This thing's
My
got.
phone's only making it go to 0.3. Not even.
This must be the other
Can you
entity
do that
here.
again? Will I turn on the box?
Wow, so as you can see, That house was extremely active, and that is not even the half of it. We had amazing spirit orbs whipping around, and we had done an interview in the beginning of that, and there was no orbs flying around. It wasn't until we started the investigation that they started whipping around. You're going to see an amazing one coming up, absolutely amazing one. Also, the flashlights were going nuts because, as you know, if you've watched any of our shows before, we start off every investigation with the mag lights because it confirms contact with any spirits or entities there, because if you got a flashlight turning off and on, responding to questions on command, there's a pretty good chance that, you know, they're there. But we leave them on after we turn on the spirit box, or in that case, what we were doing with Brandon is what we call sensory deprivation, but it's also called the Estes method, where you put the individual, the team member, as far away as possible so they cannot hear the question. You blindfold them so that they only have their ears to listen with. You put the headphones on, and he had on Bluetooth headphones that were linked to the ITC device, the Vortex. And instead of the Vortex coming through the speakers, it was only coming through his headphones. So it's just something we were trying out. As you can see, he had some pretty crazy answers to that, to the point where the Perilous word bank app said yes. And then he said yes a minute later in response to the question of who was the entity at the location that had been holding the client Sarah down in bed, which was a red-faced, tall, shadow-type figure in the corner of her room. And it wouldn't give us a name. It gives us a kind of an idea of who it is or what it is coming up, but we never get a name from it. It's crazy. So this is obviously one of the big things when you go into a house, is you don't know what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with. There's no history on the location. When you go to the Lizzie Borden house, yes, people say Lizzie's there. We know she's not now. Andrew and Abby Borden were there. We expected them to be there. We did not expect a goat man demon to be in the basement of the house, so that was kind of a surprise. But you have a general idea because we had seen plenty of paranormal shows go there. They just didn't quite get the answers and the experience that we had, but we had a general idea of what we were walking into there. Some of these house cases, we have no clue.
We don't even know the setup of the house. We're walking in there blind.
Apartments, mansions,
Yeah.
houses, we've been to it all. Houses out, we went to a house out in the middle of nowhere in a suburb of New Bedford a couple weeks ago. You'll be seeing that upcoming in episodes, and it was in the middle of the woods. So you just don't know where you're going to, what the setup is, what's there. Is it attached to the land? Is it attached to a person? Is it attached to the house? Is it a human spirit? Is it a demon? Is it God knows what?
Right.
You know, we don't know what's on the other side of that veil till we go there and open it up.
We don't know how far they are into it, or if they got themselves into it, if they were maybe playing with a Ouija board or something. We don't know what the background of the people are either. So we're just meeting them for the first time when we walk into their home, and we're meeting their home as well. So it's a little bit more difficult than a public place that we see all over the TV, and we know what to expect almost.
And to be perfectly honest with you, when we've had places where it comes out later on from the person that they were messing with a Ouija board or dealing with something, the occult, or they dabbled in, who knows, Satanism, whatever it is, you know, they're not really like too thrilled to tell you that up front, that they got themselves into the mess, whatever. We will help anyone. Listen, we understand people make mistakes. Okay, it unleashes something on them they didn't see coming. We get it. Okay, we don't care if you've made a mistake or not, but the more forthcoming you are with us during the interview, the better we can help you out.
And time is of essence too, especially if it's something demonic.
Well, if you're dealing with a possession, yes, absolutely. And listen, we're not afraid of anything. We're not. You're not going to scare us off from coming to help you.
No.
That doesn't exist. Okay, we're not afraid of anything. We lived with what I think was some sort of at least low-level demonic entity. If it was strong enough to hold me down in bed and paralyze me for almost 3 years, 4 years, whatever it was, you know, it was probably of that nature. You know, there was a human spirit there as well. You know, that's, you know, we bring a different outlook, a different perspective to paranormal investigating, because we lived in a very active haunted house And then last summer we moved into this house. We're actually streaming from a haunted house. So
Did you get that clip on?
No, I did not. We caught an EVP that we talked about last week on the show a couple weeks ago. I forgot about it though, but
Next week.
better to bring you folks great video and forget about the EVP than not bring you great video and have the EVP. So as you can see, we caught a growl. Usually that's a sign of a demonic entity as well. At this location, I found out making that video that there was 3 or 4 growls. Human spirits don't really growl at you too much. So that's usually a sign as well.
Well, I guess you know.
The signs build up over and over the course of the investigation, but let's roll the next clip where we turn on the Vortex Spirit Box, which is our direct communication spirit box right here. It allows us to have direct communication with the spirits. It allows us to have activity all night with the spirits, and it allows us to bring you these amazing evidence clips. And it's all real. It's incredible. I can't believe that I was able to make it somehow.
Can we like boost that thing up a little bit?
Yeah, he's falling down. Our buddy Vortex is falling down here.
Yeah, it's a friend of
well, I
ours,
keep the camera's opposite here. I'm looking at it here. But it's incredible. And so let's roll the second clip where we're going to turn this Bad Larry on, and you're going to hear some amazing communication and see some amazing video. I couldn't believe it when I found it the other day. So let's roll it.
You, who's the, oh, now you're climbing up? Who's climbing up? Is it a human spirit or a demon? You, we all see you. Look at the lights going on.
It's a boat.
Yeah. What? Dead meat? Did he say it again?
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him. Another one over here. But who's in front of the box right there? You, sir. Demon. All right, so you're right there. You're right there. You know I'm going to make you leave tonight, right? You know that?
Coming for a walk.
He's trying to get away. Trying to get away, you coward?
We can all see you.
We are going to help you, Ariana. Ariana, is that the demon holding you here? Is the demon using the human spirits to attack Sarah? Still there. That's crazy. Just sitting on top of the box, sucking up energy.
It's just chill.
And there's got its head in the box. See the top stick right there with the dot? That's its head. Its head is like right over where the box is.
What are you doing? Sit on the box.
You're getting energized. Are you getting energized so you can attack me? Leave? You're gonna have to make me leave.
After analyzing this footage for quite some time, we believe that the figure that's on the Vortex Spirit Box here hasn't moved for quite some time. This is actually one of the longest manifestations of an apparition on the SLS camera we have ever seen. The figure seen, we believe, went over to the box for energy. We believe it is the negative demonic entity that resided in this house from the audio that was being captured about this incident. It seems as though during the audio that it said that this demon is stuck in the box and can't get out. And it's like hell to him. Sweet, sweet nothingness means blackness. In the video, we believe that he's trying to escape the box.
Like, here.
Did you run away? No, what's happened? Close
Do you
it.
see like a demon-looking face right there? Like you kind of.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Look at him.
You do see it. Okay. All right.
You see the eyes? That's on the face of the mouth.
What are you doing? Oh, is
It's
that
crazy,
the picture?
right?
Look, there's 2 of them. Look. There was just 2 of them. Whoa.
So yeah.
Oh, look, there he is. Right there, I think. Who's on there? He's sitting on the Sitting on the box. I see you, sir. What are you doing? Who's right there? Is it a real demon?
Find you.
Why so quiet? Okay. Is the demon attached to Sarah? Some spirit is attached to Sarah? Yes.
Candle? I'll take the 4 5 second.
Really?
Listen, I'm not leaving, so stop saying that. Just talk to me. I'm here to communicate with the human spirits. The demon just ignored me. He can't hurt you. Listen, so is there a human spirit or a demon attached to the demon is? How long has it been following her for? Forever. For how long?
13. Oh my God, you know, 2013? 2013, did you see it 2013?
Have they been following her since 2013? Can you turn on the lights to confirm that answer? You notice how they stopped using the lights? Now that they have the box? It's a weird thing we've noticed.
Actually, they've still been here on our
I know, but no. I know, leave, I know, but I'm not leaving. I'm gonna help these folks out. That's what I came here for. What? I'm dead? If you hear me say F you to me, did you hear that? You said F you. Okay. So, do you mean me, huh, then? Everybody. Okay. How many? Say it again. Did you hear it? Listen. Hey, listen. All right. Is it still there?
Oh, hold on.
Is it still manifesting there?
Well, yeah,
It's not me.
I
It's
got
not me.
2. No, I don't. Oh, there was 2. Alright.
Yes. Yes. Can you talk slower? You spoke it? Okay, listen. How can I help out the human spirits here? Get help? But that's not going to help them if the demon's controlling them. Then leave. Is the demon controlling the human spirits here? No? Yes? Is the demon controlling the human spirits?
That was coming down.
Do the human spirits want to, do you want help going to the light? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to ignore that, so. Okay, listen, so what is the demon trying to do to Sarah and her family? Or is that innocent kids? Hurt the innocent kids, great. Did you just say hurt the innocent kids? Did you just say that? Is that what it said?
The fact that we had just heard that a negative or demonic entity had somehow trapped itself in the vortex spirit box makes this clip all the more amazing. As we can see here, it is actually trying to escape from the vortex. You can see its legs and lower torso are already out, while the top part of its body is still stuck in the vortex. But we're not sure how it got trapped in there to begin with. Either way, this is one heck of a piece of paranormal evidence. All right, so let me just give you a quick breakdown. I know there was some voiceovers where I tried to explain it. What you were seeing there is the demonic entity that reigned in that house, that was wreaking havoc in that house, came over to the vortex to talk through it or whatever. You know, I'm not going to disclose what's in my invention because it's a fantastic piece of equipment, but it got stuck to the box. As you can see, at one point he was reaching up to get out and his bottom was stuck to this box. At one point his legs were way out here and his top half was stuck to the box. At one point it looked like his butt was stuck to the box. He was trying to get at me. He was trying to kick at me. He was doing everything he could to try to kill me in that video. And the most amazing thing was another entity appeared on the right-hand part of the screen and went to walk by the box, and he was not sitting on, he was whatever, trying to escape, and he somehow sucked that thing into the box with him and said, I want it to experience the sweet, sweet nothingness, the hell that it was experiencing being stuck inside the box. Now, unbeknownst to us, we thought the whole time when we watched the first clips to put on Wickedly Haunted that it was something just trying to get energy from the box, and it was sitting on the box. Okay. Then we went to the next location, the USS Salem, a public location, and we saw it again, and we thought it was sitting on the box. It wasn't until we fully analyzed the video from the Salem that we realized it was trapped in the box because he was calling it a prison and saying he was making a portal out of it and doing all sorts of weird stuff.
Very upset with you.
Very upset with me. Very upset with me.
To say the least.
I mean, let's put it this way. This is how nice that demon was. It just said it wanted to kill children. So what do you think he wanted to do to me? Because he blames me for trapping it in the vortex. So you will see at the end that this is not the same box in that video. I had to remake the entire box. So we'll get to that at the end of this. But now, why don't we take some questions and comments, see if anyone's got any questions about the weirdest thing I've ever seen on any paranormal show.
Hi, Kirsten. Thanks for watching.
Good evening. How you doing, Donna?
Hi, Donna.
This was not in Fall River. This was in the north end of New Bedford.
Thanks, Tori.
Hard to hear with everyone talking. Yes, I know. Believe me, I do most of the evidence review. Marissa's been doing a lot more of it now. But in subsequent videos, we've gotten people to be a lot quieter. The problem is when you're at somebody's house, you really can't tell them to shut up.
Right.
And since they don't, they're not investigators, so they have questions about the equipment, about what's going on, about what's in my house. There's shock, there's astonishment. There's a lot of crazy stuff that it's hard. You can't just tell a homeowner to shut up, but we do our best to keep people quiet. Can demons hurt you? Absolutely. They can kill you. They can possess you. They can kill you. Thank God this one was stuck in the box, so he couldn't get out of it. And we realized in time before he did get out of it what was going on, and we're able to make a new one. And now he resides in an undisclosed location out in the woods somewhere that we'll never tell anybody where it is. So hopefully no one will ever stumble upon it. How long have we been doing this for? Like 5 years, but we researched it for 10. We lived in a haunted house back in 2011, and it was really bad, and we decided to get answers for ourselves because we couldn't find help. So we researched it for about 10 years, and we've been going out in the field since 2016, 17, somewhere around there. Why do demons want to kill? They want to kill everybody, but what they do want to do is go after the weakest link in any home, whether that be a child, an elderly person, somebody addicted to drugs or alcohol, whoever is the easiest target they will start with. But once they get one person, they will go for the rest, or maybe they will possess the person and get them to kill everyone in the house and themselves, and then they'll just wait for the next person to come to the house.
Yeah.
So what they are is angry at God because they're fallen angels for the most part, and they want to kill anything that God created. So that's why, yes, it does prove how evil they are. Aren't I scared? No, we lived in a haunted house for so long, and I'm so pissed off at what happened to me there with being paralyzed, and Marissa's pissed off at what happened to us there. And it used to make us fight. It used to hide our stuff. It used to try to scare our kids. It used to do all sorts of stuff, and we're off of blood. We consider ourselves spiritual warriors now. Okay, so I'm serious. No, I'm serious. You will never see us scared in a video. You will only see us go after them. So
Yes.
the owners were there with you. Yes, it's not like Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures. Nobody's leaving us in the house by ourselves. We're not famous enough for that. Yes, technically, should they leave? Yes, they should, because it would allow us to be better at our investigation. You got to look at it like this: we're doctors and we're running tests, and we want to run all the tests and then come home and wait for the results, which is watching the evidence, and then give the person a real answer. Well, they're asking you on site every 5 seconds,
Right.
you know, what's going on, and I don't blame them. They're scared and they're hearing these things and they're seeing these things, which it would be better if they weren't, and we just said, here's what we came up with through all the video and audio. Here's what's going on, and if you'd like to see it, we'll show it to you.
But for some owners, they know what's there. They just want validation. So it's good that they're there because they can see it with their own eyes.
No,
They can hear it.
I don't believe all houses are haunted. I only think if somebody died on the land or in that house, if somebody dies in a house and then you tear the house down, the spirit doesn't go away. If it's attached to that spot and you build another house there, it's going to be there. If something's buried there and you build a house on top of its grave, like this building we're in right now, one of the entities here said this building's built on his grave and he's pissed.
Yeah, well, I will say, Maria, that I do believe
Not,
not necessarily that every place is haunted, but I believe that there are spirits everywhere.
of course, there's spirits all around us, but no, not every location is haunted. I believe somebody has to pass there, whatever. Does that mean demons? No, demons they're fallen angels. They're extraordinarily powerful. They can kill you. I mean, a human spirit can't necessarily kill you. A demon can absolutely kill you. No, it's not always demonic, but we seem to have come across that a lot lately. But a couple of times recently was because of the attachment of what happened with the box, that I had to make a new box, and I figured out what the attachment was through some research, why it was stuck to it, and now we don't have that problem anymore. We've done a couple investigations since, and we don't see that anymore, and we don't hear that same voice, and we've come across a demon since then, but it didn't leave with us. We didn't see it sitting on the box. We didn't see it in the box. We didn't see any of that.
Do the demons leave?
That one did. It left with us in the box.
Yeah.
It was like a real Ghostbusters thing, where instead of a backpack with a laser sucking it into a little box,
Right, we threw it in a
we
box.
brought our spirit
and
box and it left
chucked it
with
in the
us.
trunk of the car.
Yeah, and then we carried it around to 2 other locations. It was insane. But you know, honestly, it's not easy to figure these things out because they talk and double talk. They talk to each other. The things coming out of the spirit box, you know, it's not always easy to dissect what's going on.
Right.
And I thought the thing was sitting on the box, you know, trying to talk through it or something else.
What it was actually doing was like it was stuck, so it had like its arms and its legs
Yeah.
like that, like trying to reach and grab something, but its back was stuck to the box, like almost like being sucked in like a vacuum. Like.
And I just finally
You know?
had time to review all the video from that location after almost 2 months, and I saw what I couldn't believe what I was seeing, which was it trying to escape. I couldn't believe when I saw half its body across the room trying to kick me, and the rest of it was stuck to the box. And then part of the audio said that.
Yeah,
So
at the time we were like, oh, it's you know, trying to get energy and whatever.
yeah, so let's move on to video number 3. It doesn't get any less crazy, and we'll take more questions after that. So if you have questions about what's going on in the videos, please ask. We're happy to answer all of them. Let's roll video number 3. Those are all scenes I didn't know about. Why is the demon attached to Sarah?
Help you? Who needs help? Which spirit needs help?
He doesn't
I feel like I felt something touch the back of me. I thought I bumped into something. Really?
You were standing like away from the couch.
I wasn't touching the couch. I felt something.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I said you were like standing like.
Like my ear, Todd, and my hair. I just keep brushing. I feel like somebody in that corner.
Try to stand over here on the other side of the box, and we'll see if it goes over here. I want to try something. Yeah, right there. So, why is the demon attached to Sarah? What is it? What do you want, demon?
So I think standing up next to you.
Where?
Like right next to you.
Over here?
Move your right arm.
Over here?
Right arm.
What?
Right underneath your right arm.
The one this arm?
Yeah, the one here. Look.
Yeah, right here, buddy. Who are you? I can see you.
Wait, what the fuck's that thing going around?
Wow, huge orb just ran.
I thought that was Todd.
You see that?
An orb shot out of there.
And then it like curved
Oh wait,
back.
this was just being like
So listen. What does the demon want?
These are two demons that we have in here talking.
Leave this house.
They're in
No.
this room with us
How about
right
you
now.
leave? Do you know I help? I will help human spirits, absolutely. Do you know I came here to get rid of the demon, right?
Shut up.
You're mad. You're gonna get mad? Good, get mad. You're gonna leave tonight. You're not gonna leave this family alone. You're gonna leave those kids alone too. Listen, you're the loser. I have kids, and you're not gonna sit here messing with kids. I won't allow it. Please stop it. And try to. Demon, I know that's you. There's no child spirit here. Did you notice that the C to the A to the T is in?
Yeah,
They all
they're
came over
here.
here.
They're right here.
They were messing with that.
They absolutely.
Every night, baby.
Absolutely.
This is Simpson.
Listen, ooh, I heard a bang over
I
there.
heard that. You heard that?
That was me? Did you hear that?
I heard it, Todd.
Did you hear what it just said?
There's a scratching noise.
Oh, some loud voice. Press up. Listen, who made that noise over there? We heard it. He's mad? Who's mad? Demon, that was quick.
That's creepy.
Demon's mad? Good, I'm glad he's mad. I'm talking to the human spirits like Ariana. Is it a real demon or is it just a bad human spirit? Can you answer? Is it a real demon? Yes? Like a horns fallen angel
The thing
demon?
is, Todd, is that these actually have. I got one that's. Oh wait. Okay. Can both of you guys put your arms up? Yeah, look at the rose in my back pocket.
I have a cross? With
Oh,
the Todd.
wow, nice one.
Listen, who's on my cross? Who's on my cross? Do you know what I had done to my cross, though? I had something special done to it. Get out, leave, get out. Well, what?
You,
Shut up, leave at the same time.
saying like you won't
He's mad.
defeat.
Listen. Oh, is that something you want to feed?
You won't.
Okay. Well, who's that?
Yes.
You lost it because that was crazy. So West Coast TV. Go ahead, did you bunny? Wait, no, the screen going on. Listen. Here you go. Can you use the static here? If you're a demon, scare me out of the house. Show me something scary.
Come on, it's giving you enough energy. Should we shut it off? Oh, here we go. There you go. Awesome. Good job.
What was that?
Very good. Thank you. And just try one more. Just one last one for me, just to make sure that came through well.
Was that? Did it show a face?
Yeah. Ready?
All right, so as you can see there, we were just laughing because Marissa didn't realize that it was all demons there. She thought that maybe there was some human spirits, so she was being nice with the Ghost TV app that we have, which is when they try to make pictures of themselves in the static. So we're going to get right to the comments, but first I just want to mention one thing. If you saw a strange name, Beelzebub, Beelzebub is the High Lord of the demons. He is like right below Satan in line of like power. So when it said a Beelzebub demon, it means one of his demons was in that house following that woman around, trying to kill her and her family. And thanks to, the old Vortex, she no longer has that problem. We have spoken to her since then, and she didn't have any more activity after we left, obviously, because the thing left with us attached to the box. But let's get to the comments. I guess there's quite a few. So how do you know if your house is haunted? Well, I mean, if you're experiencing strange phenomena, some of the first things Marissa and I ever experienced were we were sitting on our couch and our bedroom door was over there where you could see it out of the corner of your eye. And I kept seeing, and so did Marissa, this 6 foot tall white, looked like a man made out of mist, kept walking by the doorway. You would see it out of the corner of your eye.
Sometimes it was black, sometimes it was white.
We saw a lot of different things in there, but finally we both had just met when we finally asked each other about it. A lot of other things we started noticing, like things were going missing. Marissa and I both have OCD. We put things in particular places when they go missing. We blamed each other. They caused arguments. Like, for instance, we had a basket by the door. We would throw our keys,
the car keys, the cell phone.
Yes, they would hide those things. And you would go back and look everywhere and then go back an hour later and they would be there. I know that happens to everybody, but this happened all the time. We would hear footsteps. Always we would hear banging on the walls. Electronics would turn on and off by themselves. Electronics that we owned before we lived in that house and after, and only did that there. The faucets would turn on and off by themselves there. Also, again, I was held down in bed, so I mean that's a clear sign. When you're awake and you're paralyzed in bed, and Marissa used to have to like shake me to unfreeze me, and my eyes would be open, and I'd be staring at her, and I would see this very like 7 foot tall, skinny, the same thing this woman was seeing, a skinny shadow figure with red eyes would watch me from the corner. Like he didn't have a face, but it seemed like he was enjoying it.
You'll also maybe feel some cold spots in your house. You might hear knocking or creaking.
I said that, yeah.
There's a lot of different things, but sometimes people can just sense it.
If you want to know if your house is haunted, please go to the website, to the booking form.
We'll come out.
We'll give you a phone call. I have a list of signs if your house is haunted that I will run through with you, and you can also let us know what you think may be activity, and
we'll bring out our equipment. We'll come take a look regardless, even if it's not haunted. That's okay. But if you want validation, we'd be happy to come out. No
if
problem.
demons are so powerful, why do they get trapped in things and can't leave a certain territory? Demons don't get trapped. Human spirits get trapped. Human spirits get trapped in a location. It's almost like they're afraid to leave the spot where they stayed. Like if they get trapped in a home, they won't go past the front door.
I think Chris is referring
but
to
I understand demons don't get trapped. They can be multiple places and at multiple times, but whatever this was that got trapped in the box, couldn't get out. It couldn't get out. So it left with us, but if it wasn't trapped in that
Oh,
box.
I'll tell you why. Because what's
Well,
in the
not this
box,
box, the old box.
what was in the box
Don't-
is stronger than the demon. And that I'll tell you.
Yeah, I can't get into the box, but I believe spirits are attached to families.
Auntie Pam.
Yes, yep. So my family personally was tormented, I guess, by a demonic entity. It may have been the same one that held me down in bed and fought about. I don't know, but it meets the same description. The guy who held me down. It sounds funny, I know, but he had a big, like Abe Lincoln type stovetop hat and you look like Sherlock Holmes villain with a cloak. And my auntie Pam, who's asking this question, saw the same one. She called it the Hat Man, which really freaked me out because that's what I was calling. That's what I was calling him, the Hat Man. But whatever happened, I don't know how much auntie wants me to get into it. I'll ask her after the show, and then I'll discuss it on another show if she's okay with it. It attacked my father, my brothers, everybody. I saw footage and audio, and they are very peaceful and are family members. Should I get rid of them? I'm very confused. Oh, but the ghost in the house. Okay, I will tell you this. Even if it's a little old lady who passed in the house and for some reason didn't go to the light, go to heaven, and is stuck there, there is no such thing as a good ghost in relation to this, okay? They need energy. They do not have bodies. They will drain a human person of its energy. You will feel drained. You will feel weird. If you're in that location, Paul, and you feel emotions that are not yours, especially negative ones like despair, depression, things that are not your emotions, it is the entity's emotions. Once an entity is trapped, a human spirit is trapped at a location long enough, and they realize there's no escape, there's no way to get to the light to their family members who have passed on.
They lose themselves, so they won't be your family members for
But
long.
not only that, they become despondent and depressed, and they imprint that on you while they're taking your energy.
Not purposely, but it will happen.
So
if they're there long enough.
Yes, not all most human spirits are just dead people that are trying to get help, and they're trying to communicate you. And we do try to help the living and the dead. It's just unfortunate we've come into a lot of demonic cases lately, but the living and the dead, it's two different things. I can help a living person. We cleanse houses, but we haven't learned how to clear a spirit to the light yet. I can put a spirit, I can evict them out onto the street, out of your home, so that you don't have that anymore. But
you wouldn't want to do that to a family member.
I still have to learn how to clear them to the light. If you want to get in touch with us, Paul, I think I'm pretty close in the research to figuring this out. We have an entity, a spirit here named Angie that we're trying to clear to the light. We brought her family here to talk to her, and I'm working on it. Marissa's working on it, and we're trying to figure out. We've been working on this for a long time. So, and Marissa heard recently in a lot of audio that they keep saying that I can bring the light. So maybe I can. I don't know. How do you protect yourself from it? Right here. One, whatever your faith is, whatever you believe in, your faith can help you protect yourself against it. Two, this is a blessed cross. I'm a Christian, so this is a blessed cross with Jesus Christ on it. If you're a Christian and you want to protect yourself, it has to be a cross with Jesus Christ, and it has to be blessed by a priest. It protects me, believe me. You see, if you watch the show, you see what I say to them everywhere. I do not back down. That's the other thing. You cannot be afraid.
Actually, this last clip, they knew what was around his neck. They'll know. They know.
They say it's a blessed cross. And you could say, when I'm talking to them, those aren't human spirits I'm talking to. I don't provoke human spirits. But I stand up to demonic entities. They are bullies. And if you're afraid of them, then they will attach to you and they will attack you. And fear is what they feed off of. Anger is what they feed off of. Depression, all that good stuff. But you cannot be afraid of them. You cannot. And if you are, call us up. We'll come help us. What scares is going to kill me? Is the demon is going to kill you? Well, the demon in the box is gone now because I built another box and I got rid of the other box, and we haven't heard since then. Also, again, I do protect myself.
We have holy water always with us.
We pray before we go into a location. We pray when we leave a location. We sage with white sage ourselves when we leave locations. We sage our home on a regular basis. We don't, we live in a haunted house, but the activity is very light here and it's not demonic. So I think my house is haunted. I have a baby, and my baby is always looking at the wall and loud. It's really weird. I mean, it could be spirits. Children can see them because what happens is over time, because people constantly tell us ghosts don't exist, demons aren't real, ghosts aren't real, we build up a block to our third eye, our sixth sense, and that's why we don't see them anymore. But children don't have that block if they haven't been told yet, if they haven't been calloused yet by that.
Right.
So they will see them, and once the entities know they can see them, they will flock to them. Or your child could have some sort of talents in a medium sense or a psychic sense, in which case they will look like a lighthouse beacon to a spirit or an entity, and they will also flock to them.
Go to our website and fill out that form on the last page there. We'll be happy to
If you just have questions, you can email us at relativelyparanormal@gmail.com. We're happy to answer any questions as well privately.
We'll come down. We'll take a look there for you. You know, it won't cost anything. We're not going to charge you for anything. If you're just curious.
We don't judge either. Listen, we don't judge. We don't charge. We just help. We're just trying to help people. Listen, we went through a lot. We couldn't find help. Zach Bagans wasn't coming to Fall River to help us out. Grant Wilson wasn't coming to help us out from Gold. Nobody was coming to help us out. And we didn't know where to find help. So we decided to help ourselves. And now we're offering to help people who are going through what we once went through when we couldn't find help. Help is there. You're not alone. We're here. If you need our help, we're here.
We'll
Seriously.
come out. No problem.
We spent 10 years researching this, 5 years going out in the field. A lot of time theorizing and asking spirits what's true, what's not, through our buddy, the Vortex here. And whoever's asked, don't be afraid. A demon is not going to kill me. That demon is gone. He's out in the woods somewhere. And what trapped him, I left in that box. So he ain't ever getting out unless somebody finds that box and somehow finds a way to release him. He's not getting out. So there's one less demon in the world, thanks to the other Vortex, the Vortex 4. Thanks to the Vortex 4, there's the Vortex 5. Thanks to the 4, there's one less demon in the world. So let's roll clip 4. And again, if you have questions, comments, please write them in during the video, and we'll get to them right after. Why is the demon attached to Sarah? Help you? Who needs help? Which spirit needs help?
He doesn't.
I feel like I felt something touch the back of me. I thought I bumped into something.
You were standing like away from the couch.
I wasn't touching the couch. I felt something.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I said you were like standing like.
Like my ear, Todd, and my hair. I just keep brushing. I feel like somebody in that corner.
Try to stand over here on the other side of the box, and we'll see if it moves over here. I want to try something. Yeah, right there. So, why is the demon attached to Sarah? What is it? What do you want, demon?
So I think stand up next to you.
Yeah.
Like right next to you.
Yeah?
Move your right arm.
Yeah?
Right arm.
What?
Right underneath your right arm.
The one this arm?
Yeah, the one here.
Yeah, right here, buddy. Who are you? I can see you.
Wait, what the fuck's that thing going around?
Wow, huge orb just ran.
I thought that was Todd.
You see that?
An orb shot out of there.
And then it like curved
Oh wait,
back.
this is just being like.
So listen. What does the demon want?
These are 2 demons that we have in here.
Leave this house.
Yeah,
No.
this room with
How
us
about
right
you
now.
leave? Do you know I help? I will help human spirits, absolutely. Do you know I came here to get rid of the demon, right?
Shut up.
You're mad. You're gonna get mad? Good, get mad. You're gonna leave tonight. We're gonna leave this family alone. You're gonna leave those kids alone too. Listen, you're the loser. I have kids, and you're not gonna sit here messing with kids. I won't allow it. Please stop it. And try to. Demon, I know that's you. There's no child spirit here. Did you notice that the C to the A to the T is in?
Yeah,
They came over here.
they're right here.
They were messing with that.
They were absolutely.
Every night they
Listen, ooh, I had a bang over
I
there.
heard that. You heard that?
That was me? Did you hear that?
I heard it, Todd.
Did you hear what it just said?
There's a scratching noise.
Oh, some love was That's up. Listen, who made that noise over there? We heard it. He's mad? Who's mad? Demon, that was good.
It's creepy.
The demon's mad? Good, I'm glad he's mad. I'm talking to the human spirit. That's like Ariana. Is it a real demon or is it just a bad human spirit? Good answer. Is it a real demon? Yes. Like a horns fallen angel demon?
The thing is, Todd, is that these actually have. I got one that's. Oh wait. Can both of you guys put your arms up? Yeah, like it rolls in my back pocket.
I have a cross.
Oh, wow, nice one.
Listen, who's on my cross? Who's on my cross? Do you know what I had done to my cross, though? I had something special done to it. You know, leave. You know. I will what? Shut up, leave at the same time.
Saying like you won't
Mad.
defeat.
Okay, so sorry about that. That was actually the same video, but not. I screwed up in my editing process trying to rush today, so I apologize about that. The end of it was different, but I wasn't going to make everybody go through 6 minutes of the same video just to see the end. So I don't know if there were any other questions up there right now. There are. Okay. My church had supernatural activity, but nothing malicious, and things usually happen with many people missing events. Well, that's good. Sometimes, as sick as this sounds, people will break into churches and perform satanic ceremonies as an affront to God, and you won't even know about it. Or maybe you come in and you find it's been vandalized, even if it was a decade before, and you find candles lit and you're not sure what happened. And we've seen it a lot on different shows. I've never come across it myself. I've never investigated a church, but it can happen. Or again, the other thing is there's a lot of funerals at churches where you can get a human entity that followed its body there and maybe felt comfortable and decided that's where it wanted to stay. I mean,
Was there something you've actually witnessed?
well, they can't tell us. That's talking to them like they're on the video feed.
I couldn't read the message.
Yeah, well, you know, human spirits. We found that some do follow their bodies. We had one tell us that followed his body to the graveyard. Why would a spirit be in a graveyard? A couple they think that they can come back alive, or they don't want to admit that they're dead, so they follow their body all the way to the graveyard, and then they get stuck there.
Oh,
so yeah, I could guess one could decide that it was going to hop off that train and stay at the church too. I mean, there are funerals there. Priests, nuns live in rectories, love the church, die there, can stay there for some reason. I mean, there's 100 different reasons why human spirits remain, you know, without speaking to them through the vortex. I wouldn't have the exact answer, but those are some ways that could happen. So there is one more video. So basically, was the demonic entity at that house that attached to the vortex. Again, we didn't realize till we saw some of the video from the USS Salem that reminded us of that video and heard some of the things that were going on, to realize there was that demon had attached itself and hitched a ride to the box, or imprisoned himself. You said it was a prison. I just saw that quote. So to the demon, it's a prison.
It's our twice.
Yeah, he's not too happy about that. You did see it twice. So let's roll the clip from the Salem, and at the end, you're gonna see me the night that I got rid of the box, and you're gonna see the box in pieces. And you're gonna, for 30 seconds, I'm gonna talk about what went on and what I did to rectify it. All right, so let's roll that clip.
Oh, Todd, that's behind you. No, come here. Come over here.
Huh?
Come over here.
Yeah,
Come here. What are you doing?
Oh, he's on top of the box. Who's on top of the box? Who's on top of the box? As you can see, our familiar friend is back in his place on the box. At the time, we thought he was on top of the box, but now with what we know, we believe that he was inside the box, as he just said, and he is trying to escape in a futile manner, as it looks, because it looks like only his top part is outside of the box, while the rest of it remains inside. Either way, he was attached to the box, and it was when we figured all this out that we decided a new vortex had to be made to rid ourselves of this filthy, nasty, demonic entity. Sitting on it with his legs like on the edge of the table or something. Who's that right on the box for your human? Can you wave your hands above your head? Show everybody what you missed. Even if you're a demon, wave your hands over your head. What the hell? Head? Where? Yeah. This isn't you? Okay, so since we found out that a demon is inhabiting the vortex spirit box, or it's a portal, or it got caught in the mirrors in there, or whatever, I have built pretty much a whole nother box. Here is the old one right here, as you can see, right there, Vortex 5, and I'm about to go dump it out somewhere and get rid of it. And hopefully the demon goes with it, because we don't need to listen to that every time we try to investigate. So, true story. Crazy shit. Sorry, I didn't realize I'd sworn there, and that's right. That was the Vortex 5. This is actually the Vortex 6. I know it says Vortex 5. That was because when I put the stickers on, I didn't realize that they said Vortex 6. I made my own stickers for the group too, as well as t-shirts and everything else. And I had Vortex 5 stickers and didn't realize I didn't change them to 6, so I just left them on. But it is a different box altogether. And as you saw, the old box was in tatters and pieces and is now out in a very unsecure location, but very hidden location at the same time. And hopefully nobody will ever stumble across it for a long time, if ever, and realize what it is and whatever. But he's gone, the box is gone, and that's the end of him. One less demon in the world. It's funny that I said the Ghostbusters thing, because my producer had sent me a text message before that saying it was like Ghostbusters when he got sucked into the box, the other entity, which was probably one of his minions or something, got sucked into the box. And it really is. It's like Ghostbusters. It's crazy. So that's what we did about it. I had to build a whole nother box. I was exhausted. It took me hours to do it. But when we saw the demon attached to the box at the Salem, and it talking about opening the box, and also so it went way beyond that, believe me. The Salem, the whole half the video was about the demon in the box and him opening up portals with the box and
trying to draw other spirits into the box with him. And it went on and on to the point where we were horrified because the guy who runs the Salem paranormal trip was standing next to me. And I don't think he was paying attention, but Marissa and I were like, is this thing saying what I think it's saying, that there's a demon in the box? It's on a few Wickedly Haunted episodes ago, and it really said that. It was like the demon's in the box. And I said, what do you mean in the box? Like, this is when it hit us. It was the investigation after the one you just watched, was the Salem. And once we watched the video again at home a couple days later and realized that that was what we were hearing, what we were seeing, the box went real quick. And I did some research and found out why he got attached to it, and that aspect of the box is no longer part of it. And we've had nothing attached to it since. It just does its normal job.
And that's the story about the demon in the box.
So that is the demon in the box. But tomorrow we are releasing the complete investigation. You've only seen probably half of it with the 2 Wickedly Haunted episodes. Believe me, it goes even deeper than that at that house. That house was crazy haunted. And we do a full cleansing at the end of the video, which you will get to see if you've never seen a real cleansing before, you will get to see how we do it, except for the holy water aspect. I don't show where I bless all the doorways and windows with holy water process to seal the entities out. But you will get to see me kick what I thought I was doing was kicking entities out. I didn't know they were actually in the box, but crazy anyway. But before we go again, if you need help, if you think that your house is haunted, if you're experiencing strange phenomena and you would like to have us come investigate, we are more than happy to come help. We don't charge a single penny for that, okay? We are here to help. Just go to the website, relativelyparanormal.com. There's a booking form at the end. Just fill it out and we will get to you as soon as possible. If you are interested in our backstory or anything like that, the website also has a great newspaper article about us from the Standard Times, our history of how we got into this, great video clips. It's got links to our YouTube channel, which is also called Relatively Paranormal, where we put our full investigation videos, all the stuff you don't see on Wickedly Haunted. Wickedly Haunted, you probably see about a quarter of the stuff from any investigation. You can see the other 75% on our YouTube channel. It also has links to our Facebook page. We have a public Facebook group, Relatively Paranormal. We put all sorts of crazy stuff on there, pictures. You can talk to us through there as well. And it has links to our Gmail, relativelyparanormal@gmail.com. All you got to remember is relativelyparanormal.com @gmail, in a YouTube search or in a Facebook search, and you will find us. And of course, our YouTube channel has all the old Wickedly Haunted episodes back to episode 1 as well. So if you're just watching the show and you like it and you want to watch old episodes, you can do that as well. Or you can go to New Bedford Guides page on Facebook, and Mike has all of our episodes on there as well through the it's like a DVR feature. You just click videos and they're on there. So many different ways to get your fix of Wickedly Haunted, Relatively Paranormal, or anything paranormal for that matter, because that's what we're obsessed with. That's what we love. So
Have a great weekend.
have a great weekend. From our family to yours. Come on over, Julia. Our daughter, Julia, is going to be our future ghost hunter with us. She's the future relative of paranormal. She likes to just wave at the end and say hi. So from our family to yours, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please share this video with other like-minded individuals so that we can stay on the air. Oh, and one thing I did forget, we are looking for sponsors for the show. Again, we don't charge investigations. You know, this isn't like a paid gig. We do this to entertain you. We do this to educate people about the paranormal. And we do this to let people dealing with paranormal know there's help out there and to educate them and let them know they're not alone. But we want to go to other bigger and better places. So we are looking for sponsors. So if you're interested in advertising with our show, again, just message us through relativelyparanormal@gmail.com. And we will give you all of the details on that. So again, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you watching.
We'll see you next time.